The reason why your content is not converting is because you are not using your Instagram stories to your advantage. So in this video, I want to go through the top 3 story frameworks you can use to turn views into paying clients, high ticket clients. Now, if you don't know who I am, my name's James, owner of Magnify Your Content Media, and I help 6 to 7 to 8 to 9 figure entrepreneurs build content systems to save time and scale. If you want my social proof, check out the first link in the description. And if you want 5 of these story frameworks, check out the second link in the description. There's going to be 2 more add-on, and these ones convert like crazy. I'm only running through 3 in this one, so there's going to be an extra 2 in the second link in the description, completely free. All you have to do is click on the link and you can get all of the 5. Without further ado, let's get into the video. So what you need to understand is content by itself, like, it's not gonna convert at a higher rate as you think it will. Like, content is amazing, it gets attention onto your offer, but what it really does is nurture attention, build up trust, and it lowers your ad spend. Basically, it lowers your ad spend because you don't have to pay to get clients. It makes you more profitable, and it allows you to have, or your sales team to have, objection-free sales calls. But content gets the attention, but you need a conversion mechanism in place, and one of the conversion mechanisms I suggest implementing is Instagram stories, because Instagram stories are amazing because, for example, they're following you. People are following you who are actively watching your content, who actively know what you do, and they just need that little push over the edge. And an Instagram story will do that because they're following you. They have to watch your stories, okay? It always comes up first, especially if they interact with your content a lot. You know they're a warm lead. If they interact with your content, they're going to be the first to see your stories, and that will push them over the edge to buy from you. So Instagram stories is very important, and I want to run you through 3 frameworks that you can implement. Now, I want to give you a KPI for this as well. I want to give you when you should do it. So what I suggest doing is once a week you should implement one of these frameworks. Now, every day you should be posting stories. You should be posting whenever you post a piece of content, post it on your story so your story views can see. Whenever you get a client result, post it on your story. Whenever you post a YouTube video, promote it on your Instagram story. And also, whenever you just have something in mind that comes to mind, if you want to shift your prospects' beliefs, post that. Like, take a video of you speaking and give value, shift their beliefs, give value, etc. But every single day you should be posting at least 2 stories, okay? At least 2 to 5, I would suggest, okay? But let's just say, for example, you sell B2C, so you're a coach and sell mostly B2C. Lifestyle is very important, so you've got to show your lifestyle, so post that on your story as well. That could be one of your 2 stories every single day, okay? So every single day you should post a story, but every single week you should implement one of these frameworks. Now let's get into one of the first framework, which is, I like to call, the poll framework. Now what you're going to do first of all is post a poll on your story with a question you know your ideal client's going to answer yes to. So this should be a negative question. So for example, are you struggling to create quality content? That will be for me because I help entrepreneurs with their content. For you, let's just say you're a sales coach. Are you struggling to overcome objections? For example, yes or yes. And what I like to do is put yes or yes because so they can't answer no, if that makes sense. So you can set up this poll on Instagram, really simple. I'm not going to show you how because it's like stupidly simple, but you should be able to do it. If not, my bad. But I can't really show you on laptop because it only works when you do it on your phone. So yeah, post a poll with a question you know your ideal client's going to answer yes to, basically, and make sure it's negative. Step 2, you're going to speak about your story. So you went from there to there to there. So I was in the same position. I was struggling to, for example, overcome any objections. I'm just going to keep to my content marketing example, actually. I was in the same position, struggling to create quality content, spending hours on a piece of content for it to get 5 views, until I implemented unique mechanism, the Magnify Your Content funnel. This allowed me to spend less than an hour a week on content creation. Most importantly, allowed me to scale to 200k followers. So you're basically speaking about your story of you implementing it yourself, okay? A fitness example, I went from fat, overweight, to implementing the so-and-so method, to getting to muscly and big and 6-pack, for example, okay? And make sure you add proof of that. So let's just say, for example, you have a picture, a transformation of you, put it in there. And also, if let's just say, for example, sales coach example, you have a close rate, screenshot, post it as well, just show proof. The next step is explaining a client story. So for example, you can post multiple client stories if you really want to, but I would stick to one story. For example, same thing happened with my client here, went from being burnt out from all the content he'd be creating to only working on content creation 2 hours a week. Most importantly, this allows him to work on his needle moving activities in his business, and this led him to scale to 200k a month. Okay, for example. Okay, so you're just speaking about a client story. Again, make sure you add proof, so like a screenshot of a testimonial, for example, or just the transformation. Whatever industry you're in, just make sure you post it on there so people know. And then the final step is posting another poll saying, would you like the same results, with the answers being fuck yes or 100%. And what you need to make sure you do is every time someone interacts with that story, the last story especially, you need to reach out to them. You need to reassure that they actually want help. So reach out to them, be like, yo, you answered my poll, are you interested in so and so? Find out if they qualify. So find out if they actually qualify and have the money to invest into your services, and then explain how it would be best to run through on a strategy call if that's how your sales process goes, or if you close in the DMs, okay? So that's the first story framework. Again, these all will be in the description in the second link, so you don't have to like pause this video and create one. You can literally download them, okay? So you can have them as frameworks, basically. That's the first one. The second one I want to go through is a myth busting framework. Okay, so basically you're going to get rid of someone's limiting beliefs, and you're going to delete the myth that they think's true. So, for example, I've done a fitness example here. You're going to post a common myth about your industry. For example, you need X to succeed. So, an example that I did is I done quotation marks like someone else said that. You need to eat salads all day, every day to lose weight. Okay. Then on the next story, you're going to post a story debunking that myth with facts, with personal experience. So, for example, that is bullshit. I lost 60 pounds, not from eating salads, but from eating what I wanted daily. And then you can post again, like an actual you lost weight from here to here, or you doubled your close rate from here to here. For example, just those are examples of different industries. But again, make sure you show proof on each of these stories. And then on the next story, you're going to post a client result again. Okay, so insert transformation. So did my client Timmy. He went from obese to shredded in just 6 weeks and all he had to do was eat less than he burnt. He still ate pizza every day. I made a little mistake there, sorry guys, but it said he went from obese to shredded in just 6 weeks by eating less than he actually burnt. And all he did was eat less than he burnt. He still ate pizza every single day. So I busted that myth right there. Because I said he still ate pizza. Because I said, oh, you have to eat salads. No, you don't. You have to eat pizza. Well, you can eat pizza. Okay, so you're literally showing a client result or proof that supports the myth you're trying to bust. Okay, and then on the final story, you're going to post a poll saying, want to break free from these myths, with answers being yes, please, or I need these results. Okay, again, anyone who answers those polls, boom, reach out to them. Or instead, if you don't want to do these polls, what you can do is just say, want to break free from these myths, DM me the word keyword. And then boom, you can set up ManyChat, send over your VSL or send over a booking link straight away for them to book in a call. Or you can go in, or your appointment setter can go in and set them on a call. Okay, and now I want to do one that's kind of, I'm not going to do that one actually. I'm going to leave that one, but I'm going to do a really simple one now, which is a before and after case study framework. Now, this is really simple. It's one story, as you can see here, and this is all you're going to do is post step one, post a before and after transformation of a client, and on the same story, say, would you like the same results, with a poll saying of course or 100%. Again, everyone who answers that poll, reach out to them. So this is an example of one of my clients' results. So for example, put here this to this, just take a picture of something, and then put this was my client's reviews before joining me, and then after, it's literally doubled his views, And I said here my clients' views doubled since joining a couple of weeks ago, and then put, would you like the same results? Fuck yes, 100%. Again, reach out to these people, or you could say, would you like the same results? Message me, keyword, and then boom, your appointment set can go in there and offer the call. So yeah, that's the third story framework. Again, these are very important, and I would post these every week. But for this one here, because it's only one story, whenever you get a client result, I would just post that. Okay, I would just post it, because it's very important to show that you can get clients results, and it builds up trust. So I'll post that every day if you get a client result every day. Okay. But yeah, those are the three main story frameworks that you can implement to turn views into high ticket clients with ease, literally on autopilot. You can create these you can create a whole batch of these story frameworks and just post them whenever you want. Okay, it's really as simple as that. But yeah, I hope you got some value from this. If you did want to join my email list again and also get these 5 story frameworks, so I add 2 more on, I may add even more, I don't even know, I may add more. You can check out the second link in the description, just join it and you will get these story frameworks. And if you want to learn how you can get 5 to 15 extra high ticket clients by implementing a content ecosystem, building your own one, check out this video up here, and also subscribe, everything like that. And I hope you got some value from this, and peace.